Welcome back, everyone. Let's get into some more Cloud9 versus Luminosity. This is a best-of-5 series that we have here for the finals. One of these teams is going to be going straight to the playoffs. The other, of course, accruing more points. What happens to those points for the team that advances? They don't trickle down. They just disappear.
I think it's just, okay, you don't need the points anymore, but they also disappear. Like you said, they don't go to other teams, but at that point, you don't have to care because you've already qualified. So for C9, the loss of points, not a big deal.
They should try to eBay those points before they finish this series.
The black market. It's just like, what is this new team coming out? I've never seen them before.
Yeah, what are these Overwatch Open points anyway? What am I bidding on exactly? But either way, we will have, obviously, a few more maps, at least 2 more, and Cloud9 sitting firmly in the lead with that 1-0 on Numbani. Looked pretty solid on both sides, offense and defense.
They did look good. It's not that LG was bad per se, but C9 definitely outmaneuvered them. And one thing that we saw on display, and we're talking a little bit on the break, but one thing that C9 does well compared to other teams is that they have very good initiation. Their tank play has always been above par, and sort of the situation we highlight towards the end is an example of that, where their calling and how they go in on fights is second to none. And that's why you go further back in time where, say, Double Winston was a thing. They were practically the kings of that in most cases because other teams weren't able to match them in that case. So C9, in a sense, were claiming a little bit of their former glory in that last game.
Yeah, I think Kai and Debet are just one of the best tank duos out there. And definitely showing their strength there with those flanking maneuvers. Obviously, Surefour, they're all in sync. They've been playing together for so long without any roster changes or anything. I think maybe Grego was the most recent added, like 4 months ago.
I don't know. I think Grego might have been with them in the Google Me days. I know maybe Grego replaced Technicide going way, way back before they were C9. But yeah, you bring up a good point. C9 has had one of the most stable rosters in the entire game, and that certainly helps when making calls. But right now, we are looking at the great site of Watchpoint Gibraltar, a map that does have a lot of variation in gameplay. How teams play before the hangar, very different than the hangar, and very different than last.
All right, so as we get set up on Gibraltar, this is a full payload map, not like Numbani. There's no capturing involved. It's just straight up push that thing as far as you can get. Although it feels kind of like Numbani because the beginning is so wide open anyway. They get the first checkpoint without too much action, but it is very surrounded by high ground, similar to Numbani. So you'll see very similar compositions. And Diva, of course, is going to gain a lot of value here on this map.
Now, we're going to see LG come out the same defense that they did against Liquid a little bit earlier today. They will have Seagull here on the Junkrat. I don't know if it's going to be quite as effective. I think Kai on his initiations is a lot better at sort of knocking this stuff around. He will be going right in on Seagull in all likelihood, trying to lead the way. Surefour will be the follow-up. Surefour, though, does eat a lot of poke early on, so that's going to be slowed down a little bit. But I do think it's going to be hard for Seagull to stay up here the entire time. We'll see how it goes. But C9 usually better at breaking these sorts of stalemates, especially on Gibraltar.
Yeah, everything looking solid so far. Of course, we are just now reaching that car wash area. Surefour getting super low on health, but the Harmony Orb keeping him alive and well. He is just continuing to throw out those shurikens at whoever he can. It looks like he is prioritizing that high ground for the time being, but Seagull still has not been dislodged from his perch up here. He is just firing down constantly, now trying to help out his teammates as the tanks engage. But look at that! Seagull actually just damaged himself there after getting rushed down and ended up killing himself, but Surefour definitely to credit for that kill. He is going to now go up on the high ground. McCree right there for him, but he sees the discorded. Zenyatta goes straight for him. Easy cleanup there, and Cloud9 just rolling through.
Yeah, that was a little bit slow for C9 at the beginning, but they sped it up wildly. They took it on the first push, things going well. And just, again, even though Kai didn't directly go on Seagull, he went on the back line, caused enough disruption for Surefour to get to the back, get the kills they needed, and just sort of the power of C9 and their initiation, where it works out really well. And it's why Gibraltar in the past was one of their better maps. So C9 starting things out the bang, and here is the real test here for LG. Will they be able to settle here on the hangar where teams can hold for a long time? But right now, with Milo going down and Surefour applying the pressure, that might be unlikely, Josh.
Yeah, you're right. It's always anyone's game when it comes to the shuttle room. Usually if the defense can set up, they can buy themselves a lot of time. But Surefour bringing out the Dragon Blade finds Gods and Seagull, who has now switched to Genji. So definitely coming out on top of that Genji duel so far. Dummy actually going to catch the sword before putting it away as well. And look at this. No one in the hangar room on the defense. Cloud9's like, where's everybody? Did we kill them all already?
Dummy was the world sass Zenyatta there. You know that death is approaching. There's nothing. He's just like wildly throwing out orders like, stay away from me. Surefour, though, absolutely going wild. The 3K setting things up, and C9 is flying through this hangar phase right now. Kai getting right into Gods, not letting Gods do anything, just smothering him with that defensive matrix. They're moving forward. 2 extra kills here from C9. The momentum is insane. Here comes Seagull trying to put a little bit of sanity in this game for LG. Has 1 kill, looking for more. Devitt says no way, takes him out. The Dragon Blade threat is over. and C9 with a whole lot of momentum right now as they try and finish this out, and they should be able to get this point, Joshi.
Yeah, a string of ultimates coming out from both sides, but Cloud9 definitely comes out on top. You can see 4 members still standing after everything is said and done. It was a great engage, if you can call it an engage, basically tossing the Diva suit just to start on Cloud9's side, slowed down Luminosity so much. Seagull actually running back, potentially a switch now, just healing up a little bit there as he had some damage, but not going to be switching off just yet. Let's take a look at the ultimates. Cloud9, Surefour Dragonblade is available. He's going for the flank already. If you don't know this route, learn it because it's a great one. Surefour can just hop over that wall, pop Dragonblade, and potentially get 1 or 2 kills. If we did see Seagull and at least one other member up there, Lucio looks like trying to heal from above. So Surefour, at any moment, he can get the call from his teammates, leap over that wall, and just start to go crazy.
And C9's had a lot of time to set this up. They're very comfortable with how they want to go forward here. They want to have a sound barrier here for Surefour, but Surefour, he's good enough to make his own opportunity. Goes step back, immediately dispatches Dummy. Dummy the first to fall. God's falling right after. Just a textbook perfect engage by Surefour, set up by that Discord orb from Adam. 2 kills here for C9. LG has to retreat immediately, and this is all sorts of bad news bears right now for LG, as this might be an unbeatable time if C9 is not stopped in just a moment.
That one shot with the Discord and the leap down in the Dragon Blade. Was that a Genji about to fall off the cliff? Seagull
Yes, I think no, he did get knocked off. He's dead. Seagull wasn't able to get back.
Oh my goodness, that helped C9 so much. Huge source of damage gone now. Milo and Enigma both biting the dust as well. Surefour just triple starring into Dummy's face. This will not last long for Luminosity. Cloud9 about to set a pretty impressive time on Gibraltar.
Pretty impressive. I don't know if that does this justice, Joshy. That's a time of, okay, let's say it's
almost
10 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yeah, it's like 4:04, I think.
Oh, only 4 minutes.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I think it's only 4:04. Because there's 10 minutes total on the map. There was about 6 minutes left as they capped it, so...
Yikes. So Luminosity definitely going to have a bit of a struggle here on the offense. Cloud9 just rolled through them. I can't believe it. Numbani went so well for them now with this follow-up on Gibraltar. You have to think King of the Hill map is going to be on the docket if Luminosity does, in fact, lose this one. Yeah, 4:04.
I just want to frame this properly for everyone watching right now. People thought that Liquid choked really hard on Hollywood, where they had 4 minutes to take last and they weren't able to do it. If Cloud9 somehow loses this game, not only would it be one of the greatest attacks ever by LG, but it would also be one of the greatest chokes and throws ever by a team, especially by C9. That is what is at stake here. That is how ridiculous that time is.
Yeah, this is a finals, people. These are the 2 best teams in North America, after Envious, battling it out. And 4:04 is a ridiculous time even for like a middle tier team against a low tier team. That doesn't, it still doesn't happen, but literally like 2 and 3 vying for, you know, their potential spot here. Just setting a time like that is incredible, and it's done Cloud9 a lot for momentum. They really are just blasting through, and Luminosity has to be feeling a little bit of a morale hit after losing that previous map so quickly and letting them set a 4-minute time.
Well, I think the name of the game here for LG is risk. They have to take a whole lot of risks, really try and keep C9 back, and not, once they win one team fight, they have to keep chaining deaths and hope that C9 doesn't hold back, because even just simple stall strategies coming out from C9, C9 could lose every fight in this game, but if they lost in such a way that it took them a while to clear them off the cart, they would still win. So LG, they're going to need a lot here. Basically, they need to hit a big haymaker on C9 in the very beginning and then keep them staggered throughout the game. If they don't do that, they are going to be down 2 games already in this best of 5.
It also, I just have to mention, like, the psychology of the time ticking down, and you know where the payload is. If you know they're going to lose and you're only halfway through the map, you lose the will to fight so quickly, and after only a couple minutes in this match, that's going to happen if they don't just blaze through. Seagull trying to take those long-range shots, but look at this. The defense is entirely posted up in the server room. No one's going to get in there.
And for C9, again, this is a case where they don't even have to win too much here. They just need to win maybe one team fight.
Right.
And just sort of, I mean, they can sort of half-heartedly go into this and just make sure that they don't fully get wiped. That's the sort of time that we're talking about that LG has to set, and even tactics like that will stop them from setting it. So LG, they are on the high ground right now. They're trading off poke into the server room, but they can't just sit here and leisurely trade off poke. They need to go in, as risky as it might be, and get a few kills, because if they play the poke game, they could just lose outright.
Yeah, they really need to go bulldozer mode with this payload. Really just focus on whatever's standing there. Try to, you know, do your best to either ignore or get in from behind on that DPS coming out of the server room.
Dummy died first there once again. He got picked off in the back line as Zenyatta. He's been getting just targeted out by C9, point of contention. And with Dummy being dead that early, LG has to back out. And now time-wise, Joshy, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. If it's not over already, which it very well likely might be.
They didn't get it on the first push, so they're already in a time deficit.
Yeah, they're in a big time deficit, but certainly if they get wiped here, I think LG knows when it's GG. They will probably say GG then. They're very good about knowing the times just as much as we, the casters, are. So for LG a lot here on the table. Seagull going to hopefully get an ult up here soon
nice
around there.
kill, though.
Gods does take out Cheer 4 though, so that is part of climbing this very steep hill. Seagull coming into the back. Dragon Blade about to be at the ready, just looking for the last little bit of poke. Getting stymied a bit by the Zarya, but here comes the Junkrat Tire on the way. Will the Tire take out anyone? That could be a big push killer in himself. The Tire is still alive. The Tire is rolling. Milo saying, get away from me. Does not kill Milo.
Only some shield damage there. Seagull does have his Dragon Blade available here to try and go ham, but the sound barrier just ending. Grego does fall to the single slice steel trap, getting thrown out, does get blocked, but Surefour ends up getting the kill anyway. Actually, Kai assisting there and running right through Milo. After the Earth Shatter, gets Pooks and Dummy as well. Great stuff there from Cloud9, and this is one of those situations we talked about where it's essentially over, folks, but we are going to continue fighting until, you know, either a team GGs or time runs out.
Kai put on a little bit of show there towards the end. It's always great when Zaryas go off on 3K sprees, but I'm just going to say it's not until it's over. It is over right now. There is no way LG will bring it back. I would eat a hat live on
We're not going to send them to the lobby, though. That's a
we're
little
not
disrespectful.
No, we're going to send them to the lobby. But I will say that just time-wise, mathematically, this one, it is done. And it's just because C9 set a blazingly fast time moving forward that LG didn't have a whole lot of time to work with. Surefour, though, does pick up Gods early in this fight. Big Graviton comes in, 5 people being sucked in by that. C9 didn't have the follow through. So it's good to LG to actually live there while down a player. Surefour, though, moving into the back, does get some of the fall through, gets a double kill. In fact, he's gotten every kill on this push. Surefour just W-mouse wanting his way into LG's backline.
Yeah, there's nothing they can do. We know what's happening here. They're actually all still in spawn. It doesn't really matter that Surefour and company pushed them all the way there, but 52 seconds left. Honestly, not even enough to get through the shuttle room at this point. So it's all done and dusted for Luminosity. Did someone say that earlier? I just want to make sure.
Oh, too soon. Seagull, though, they might just be looking for the moral victory here to at least get it to the next checkpoint, but this has been a shellacking from C9 to say the least. And it's rough for LG because now for them to come back in the series, they're going to have to pull the reverse sweep, and that is easier said than done, even when you think you have an edge on a team just because of the variability in Overwatch where, I mean, take a look at Envy. For as dominant as they were, Fnatic took a map off them, for example, in the last time we saw them play, and so did C9. So it's hard to actually win 3 maps in a row. And
that's true.
Time will officially be over here in 5 seconds. That is C9 taking Gibraltar in an absolutely dominant fashion, Joshy.
Yeah, not only did they set the blazingly fast time, but the defense again looking incredibly solid. And this is just a best of 5 series. We've got 2 King of the Hill maps, 1 other payload map available in the map pool. If I'm Luminosity, I'm definitely taking it to a King of the Hill just to mix it up, because this payload stuff is not working out for them so far.
I think for LG, you just have to try any change of venue right now to make things work, because Nabani was not great for them. Gibraltar, much worse. Yeah. And there's just no way of sugarcoating. I know on the casting desk we always look for the silver lining. There was no silver lining in that game, unless you were C9 where you were just laughing all the way to the bank, especially on that final defense. Yeah,
so Nepal, Lijiang, Hollywood, all still out there, of course. Cloud9 looking very impressive right now. Could be a different story on the King of the Hill map. We've seen other teams, 2Strong yesterday in EU, took it to a King of the Hill and ended up on top of We United. So anything could happen still on a King of the Hill map. If they pick Hollywood, I'll be very, very surprised. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird, though, because Hollywood has been a well-practiced map for LG. And for them, they're also facing the issue here now where what map they go to next doesn't really matter because they have to win all of them anyways.
That's
it's really
what
map do we think we're most likely to win to give us a little bit more momentum going forward, I suppose. But in the end, they must sweep the remaining maps. But we're going to be taking a quick break. This is the Overwatch Open. Map number 3 of our North American Grand Finals will be on the way in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. You won't want to miss it.